You gotta stay hungry for success, and complacency is a death. If you're somebody who's moving towards something that you are passionate about, if you're moving forward on a project that you really care about, or if you have a vision, something that you want to make come to life, it's very likely and almost easy now to hit a point where you get very complacent. It's very, very likely that you will, if you push yourself to a certain level, hit a point where you feel like you've almost crossed the finish line. And it's so vital that at that point you continue to stay hungry and keep going, because you will hit that point more than likely over and over again if you're somebody who really pushes for it. Now, of course, some people will never hit it at all, but if you're serious about what you're doing, you'll hit that point over and over again. You'll see different levels of complacency creep up on you, and you'll have times where you almost don't feel inspired because you can't seem to stay hungry towards the ultimate vision or the project, the process. But also what might be the case is that you accomplished the ultimate vision. Maybe you had a goal in mind in the beginning and you hit a point where, well, I have everything that I set out to do. What's next? And it's extremely important to stay hungry for success. This is what's really, really essential in all throughout your journey, all throughout your progress, all throughout your adventure of making your passion come to life, or your vision, or whatever project that you're working on that you really care about. You know, it's extremely, extremely easy to quit when you become complacent, when you hit a point where you're like, okay, this is it. Now, of course, you could move to something else, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you have something else that you want to be doing. Once you hit a certain level of success, maybe you just want to maintain that success. Maybe you don't want to progress to the next level. But if you do want to reach an incredibly high level with one area, if you want to take that to an extreme high, if you want to continue to move that forward, upwards and onwards, you have to essentially stay hungry for more success. You gotta keep an open mind to always look for the little things that you can improve, to always look towards the next level. What's the next step? What's the next stage that you can go to? What's the next big thing that you can really accomplish and make a difference with? Because what most people will do is fall off. What most people will do is say, okay, that's it, I made it, and just kind of slack off, lean back, say, I've made it. You gotta watch out for that, because that complacency, I've talked about this before, it's absolutely detrimental to your progress, to your processes, to the people that you are maybe serving through your project, through your vision. It's detrimental to your business and your income if that's connected. It's going to really damage you in many ways. And this goes for not just a project in the sense of something that has to do with business, something that you're creating in that area. It could be in anything. In a relationship, when you hit a stage where you start to get complacent, of course it starts to deteriorate very, very quickly. And you want to stay away from this. You want to stay in growth, and you got to stay hungry. That also goes for relationships. It goes for fitness. When you hit a new goal, not to get complacent. Say, oh, I lost this weight, or oh, I gained this muscle, so it's all good now. No, it's not all good. You gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay hungry for more, for more, for more, for more. Not because you're a greedy person who wants more always and you'll never be happy, but because you are indeed happy throughout the process, but you're always looking for more because it makes you into a better person. It makes you capable of more, and it makes you into a better character. It makes you somebody who can contribute more to other people. So basically the benefits are more so in who you become and less about the external reward. It's more about you. It's more about you growing as a person and less about the thing. And you realize that as you go throughout your journey. In the initial stages, you'll be wanting the thing, wanting the thing, wanting the thing, whether that's money or having a nice body or having an amazing relationship. Later you realize, oh, it's about you. It's about you evolving as a person, taking things to the next level, raising your consciousness, your awareness, your skill, your ability, and you just continue to rise onwards and upwards, and you become more so found and happy about what you obtain as a person and less so about the external rewards. And this is a big shift to make. If you want to stay hungry, you have to shift this way. You cannot keep chasing, you know, of course you could, external rewards as in cars, money, you know, a perfect body, everything, all those things. Of course, they will make you happy, but it's for a very, very short period of time. And in the long term, it's not going to be sustainable happiness. However, the person that you become, that is extremely powerful. That is happiness at its best. That is you feeling like you really made progress. That is looking back and thinking, wow, I really did something huge, because look at the difference between me now and me when I started. And that really is one of those ultimate rewards in life.